wife's back after 3 years abroad. I took leave to pick her up, excited. 3 years I'd waited. Finally, no more long distance. Life could restart. But that day became my turning point. At the airport, crowds everywhere. I spotted her instantly. 3 years hadn't dimmed her beauty. She looked more mature, curvier, even more charming. But I was puzzled. A woman in her 50s followed, holding a chubby half-year-old. A weird thought hit me. I brushed it off, probably just helping someone. I rushed over, calling honey, barely hiding my joy. She looked up. Her cold expression made my heart sink. Without a word, she handed the baby back to the woman. "Get it in the car," she said lightly. The baby cried. The woman soothed. "Don't cry. Mommy's coming." I froze. "What? Mommy?" I stared at Liu Ruyan. "Mommy, that child is..." She cut me off, her tone terrifyingly calm. "Boda, let's talk." She turned and walked away. I stood there. I followed. What was going on? I never expected our reunion to be like this. Up close, I smelled faint milk on her. Her body looked like a new mom's. I forced down shock. "Liu Ruyan, explain." "What's with the kid?" She looked at me, unflinching. No point hiding it. I gave birth. My mind went blank. She continued, "Don't worry, I'll explain. Go home. I have things to do. I'll call you." She walked off without looking back. I stood there like an idiot. Then I chased after her. At the exit, I saw her get into a black Mercedes with Boss Etienne, his arm around her waist. My heart froze. Boss Etienne went abroad with her 3 years ago. I'd even given him gifts, asked him to look after her. Who knew he'd look after her in bed? Furious, I drove to the office, eyes red. I didn't care where she was going. I just needed to sort myself out. But at the office, colleagues were gossiping in the break room. This time, Liu Rian's back and getting promoted. Being pretty is a huge advantage. Riding on her son, she had Boss Chin's kid. She'll at least be deputy director. Wonder how Jiboda feels? His wife had another man's child. He has to smile through the promotion. What a gold digger. Hearing their venom, I clenched my fists. I coughed and walked in. They froze, faces turning awkward. One tried to joke. "Jiboda, it's no big deal." Others would envy you. His smirk disgusted me. "Why not teach Assad how to live off your wife? 3 years salary, no loss. You even got a director. I envy you." I smiled coldly, staring at him. I leaned in. "Want advice? Go sell yourself too." His face reddened. "What did you say?" I ignored him. I clapped. "I don't need smart mouths. I'm transferring you to Team B. Thank me then." From experience, get lost. They were stunned by my anger. No one dared speak. Leaving, I smiled bitterly. 3 years of loneliness, waiting for her. And this is what I get, a laughingstock. "Liu Ruyan, I want to see your explanation." "Boss Qing, think money can silence me? You slept with my wife and offered cash? Think I'll just take it?" I choked him, rage blinding me. He struggled, but didn't call for help. He threatened, "Jiboda, know your place. Let go or lose your job. Don't start trouble." I laughed. "Think I care about this job?" I tightened my grip. I pinned him on the car hood. He gasped, struggling uselessly. "Trapped. You changed your story. Are you crazy? Stop it, Jiboda. Let go. I'll let it slide." "Why let it slide? Everything you do bullies me. Now you play magnanimous." I shoved him hard. He lost balance and fell to the ground. I stood over him. "Beast, trying to buy my silence? Think I care? 3 million? What's that? How do you settle sleeping with my wife?" He clenched his chest, struggling up, face pale. "Jiboda, I don't want to drag this out. I said 3 million. That's my final offer. If you don't back off, I have other methods." I pulled out my phone. I shook it. "I recorded everything you said. Boss Qing, you are good at being nasty, but I am no fool. Want to crush me? Fine. See if you can still be arrogant when this leaks." His face went pale. Seeing the beast speechless, I calmed down a bit. But deeper hatred isn't so easily quelled. 3 years ago, you knew she was my wife. How could you? Aren't you afraid of karma? I said sarcastically. Seeing his pathetic look made me furious. The beast glared at me. Chen Shengdao said, "What do you want? Spit it out. Don't be ungrateful. I've handled this out of respect for our past friendship." He talked tough, but the panic in his eyes was obvious. He was truly afraid I'd blow this up. I stared coldly at him. Security guards from the garage came to break it up. Things calmed down, but I knew. From that day, there was no buffer time. I took the money home and stayed up all night thinking many chaotic things. Liu Yang and the Beast had betrayed me long ago. But after calming down, I realized what really hurt was wasting 3 years at that company, trusting them like a fool. Those promises about family were just Liu Ruyan's lies. His little family never included me. The past is over. I can't be controlled by them anymore. This year, I'll make my own choices, whether going solo or finding a new job. I can't stay in this mess. The Beast hides behind power, but I might still have a chance to fight back. They owe me, and I'll collect every bit, not just for me, but to shut up all the mockers. I glanced at the money in the envelope, then put it back on the table. This is step 1. I'll make them lose. Liu Ruyan and the Beast owe me an explanation, but it won't be solved with money. I want their dignity and smug pride shattered too. Don't be smug. I'll find a way to deal with them. I raised my glass, a cold, carefree smirk on my face, as if everything was settled. but the anger in my heart was stuck. Hard to calm. This drinking session was full of anger and indignation. Every friend stood up for me, which was somewhat comforting. Jiboda, Liuroyan, went too far. When you married her, we all knew how much you cared, but she changed faster than flipping a book. For 3 years, she cheated behind your back. The guys sighed, pushing drinks toward me. I drank one. After another, a cold smile on my face, but feeling a deep, unshakable grievance. Jiboda, she's heartless. Don't bother with her anymore. Divorce her. Listen to us. Cheer up. Find someone else. See how she regrets it later. Old Liu patted my shoulder full of brotherly concern, but hearing the word regret, I shook my head dismissively. Regret? Don't worry, she won't regret it. She'll feel relieved to dump me, the burden, and latch onto a higher branch. She's shrewd. At that, everyone fell silent. The atmosphere grew awkward. After a moment of quiet, Xiao Zhou broke the silence, slamming his glass hard. Enough! Stop that! What else? Those scumbags got together. So what? Boda, don't lie to them. Who's worse? What will show over time. After a few rounds, fueled by alcohol, I slapped the bar, voice booming, brothers and no fear. I, Jiboda, won't let those scumbags off easy. I've got some skills, some scores to settle. I'm divorcing, willing to let go to make room. Soon, you'll see, these people will fall into my hands. Everyone looked impressed, raising their glasses in support. Yeah, do it, Jiboda. This life, you're a winner. No matter who falls, they fall. The atmosphere heated up again. After drinking, I squinted, walking unsteadily on the night road, my head dizzy from the strong liquor, but my mind quickly making plans. Lo Ruyan Beast, you, good times won't last. Trust me, Jiboda, even from zero. Next round, I'll make you bow. In the following days, I contacted old clients and friends, paving the way to start my own business. Years of helping Liu Rian climb the corporate ladder had built up resources. I knew they'd try to block my rise, but these resources wouldn't be fully cut off. Call after call, I rebuilt trust, defined my business scope, and gradually reclaimed what was mine. Meanwhile, Liu Rian moved out. I did a deep clean bagging audit, his annoying trinkets, and tossing them out. The house was finally clean. Alone at night, I leaned on the sofa and laughed coldly. In this house, only my life was real. His entire past was just a fake performance. After the divorce, I shut off my phone and focused on my plan. I etched the beast, Liu Royan's grudge, deep in my heart. I knew they'd gloat for a while, but who wins in the end depends on the next hand. Let them wait. Xiao Liu sat sulking in the restaurant, obsessed with the airport project. He couldn't stop muttering, "Bro, this is huge. 1 order equals 2 months' work. If we don't hurry, what if that beast gets it?" I patted his shoulder, smiling. "Kid, you're young. You think I spent 3 months just drinking and catching up? Some deals don't happen on the surface because the timing's off." Sure enough, as I spoke, a team member rushed over. "Bro, the beast and his crew just came out of the airport meeting room looking defeated. The manager chewed them out, but the project stalled." Xiao Liu's eyes nearly popped out. "What happened?" I smirked, took a calm sip of coffee, and said slowly, "Tell me, Essie, the real boss of this deal wasn't at the airport. He was waiting at the hotel next door. The beast thought he was smart, making a big show at the airport, so the manager moved the meeting to the hotel." Xiao Liu was thrilled. "So, we go to the hotel?" I nodded. "Right, it's obvious who's important. Don't rush. We'll log in this project earliest and show them what real strategy looks like." I packed up, led the team, and drove slowly to the hotel. I knew the beast running around was all for nothing. At the hotel lobby, we didn't rush to find anyone. We sat in corner to rest. Xiao Liu was still uneasy. "Bro, are you sure the manager's here?" I smiled. "Don't worry, we're in control. They're the ones panicking." Sure enough, within half an hour, noise came from upstairs. The beast rushed down from the elevator, anxiously checking meeting room bookings at the front desk. "Boda, he's like a cat on a hot tin roof." Xiu sighed. I stood up. "Let's go, my turn." We walked straight to the manager's office and knocked. "Hello, I'm Li Boda." We spoke on the phone. The manager warmly welcomed us in, leaving no room for the beast. The negotiation went smoothly. The manager clearly preferred my proposal, not just for the price, but for our team's background and reputation. I didn't brag. I showed I had resources to take over immediately. Within an hour, the draft contract was done. I walked out of the office light as a feather. My eyes met the beast at the stairway. His face was grim. He knew I'd won the deal. I couldn't care less. As I passed slowly, I just tossed out, "Mr. Ching, you look so busy just now. All flashy, but your tactics for such a big project are pathetic." His face turned red. He gritted his teeth and followed. "Jibara, you're just riding on old connections. Wait, I won't let you get far." I stopped, turned, and looked at him with contempt. "Whether I get far is none of your concern, but you and Liu Ruyan better not get too cocky. Karma turns fast. One slip, and you won't even have a footing." After this clash, my company quickly broke into the market. From a few people to 2 teams in 3 months. Old clients trusted my ability, bringing in orders that kept the company running and built up funds. The beast tried to cause trouble, stealing orders or undercutting prices, but all failed. His business stalled. Liu Ruyan couldn't hold back. She called on me repeatedly, even softening her tone. But I just said, "Sorry, I'm busy and not interested in talking." "A shell company, and you claim to be C's partner?" The beast sneered, full of disdain. People around murmured. Some even chuckled. I ignored his taunts and just smiled. "Scared?" His voice low but firm. His face paled. "Scared? You're this weak, and you think you can find me?" "Dream on," Liu Rian chimed in, sarcastic. "Oda, this mall isn't your playground. No matter how you jump, you're just a clown." Then the host took the stage, grabbed the mic, and said, "Guests, quiet please. We're honored to announce SC's strategic partner is set." Everyone's eyes turned to the stage. Silence fell. Only Qin Shou looked smug, waiting to hear his company name. But the host said, Shuobo Tech, let's welcome their rep, Mr. G Boda. The crowd gasped. All eyes on me. I walked up to the mic. Thanks SC for the chance. Hope for great cooperation. Progress. I glanced at Qingxiu's shock and rage. Priceless. Even Liu Ruyan stood dumbfounded, gripping her dress as if in disbelief. When I stepped down, people crowded to congratulate me, like I was a new connection. Enthusiastic? Someone asked enviously, Mr. G, when did you connect with Say? Such tight secrecy. I smiled. Family connections. Resource integration is basic. They nodded, impressed, praising my skill. For the rest of the party, Qingxiu and Liu Ruyan never spoke to me. They stood silently, in a corner, like forgotten extras. Their confidence was gone, replaced by awkwardness and shame. I felt them glaring at me, plotting something, but it was useless. After the party, I went home. Xiao Yu was already on the couch, legs crossed, swirling a glass, smiling. Well fought. You've blocked them completely. I nodded. Yes, SC is a big platform. My company can soar. Suddenly my phone rang. An unknown number? I answered. A familiar voice whispered, Boda, help me. It was Liu Ruyan pleading. I sneered, hung up without hesitation. Help you? How did you treat me? And you dare ask? I'm no longer a fool to be pushed around. Later, I heard Qingxiu's company was failing, cash flow broken, near bankruptcy. Liu Ruyan couldn't escape the scandal. She was fired by the company, completely exposed. Maybe it's fate, or the karma for their past. Evil deeds. Qingxiu watched coldly. Liu Ruyan, like a bird with broken wings, desperately screamed to defend herself. No, I'm not the mistress. Qingxiu, didn't you say you loved me? We get married. But the louder she screamed, the more excited the crowd got. Everyone pointed and gossiped. Who'd believe a woman stripped and left on the street is innocent? Online, opinion exploded. Headlines like, Mistress exposed, trying to climb up. Strong woman cheats, 3 kids become a joke. Flooded news sites in hours. Liu Ruyan's past was dug up. Her once proud, independent image was shattered by her own actions. Photos spread across social media, making her a national joke. I looked at the news, a slight smile curled on my lips. Someone moves fast, but it's what she deserved. She tore her own marriage apart, but couldn't see through Wang Xian's fake mask. Now she's reaping what she sowed. Qingxiu, he uses a tool and finds another. Liu Rio was just a pawn in his plan. Xiao Liu saw me staring at my phone, leaned in, and asked softly, Brother Ji, Liu Zorian is really pitiful. Did you ever have any feelings? I sneered, put down the phone. Xiao Liu, I'm sentimental, but I know the difference between love and a thorn. After what she did, what's left to remember? I truly cared for her. I worked hard, thinking we'd face hardship together, even without talking. I tried to protect her, but she kicked it all away. What can I do now? She chose her own path. Xiao Liu said nothing, just nodded. Maybe she understood my coldness wasn't heartlessness, but me. Clarity after heartbreak. Soon, the Beast Company collapsed. Accounts empty, and even the HQ was repossessed by the bank. He vanished. Friends joked online. Did he flee? As for Li Ruyan, the spotlight faded, but the stigma stuck. His once proud career was dead. My uncle handed me coffee and said, Kid, you played this well, but remember, business is war. Scheme and fight, but don't trip up. Forget Qingxiu and Liu Ruyan. They're a lesson for others. Greed unchecked destroys you. I nodded. Don't worry, I won't get cocky. Steady wins. The tangled past faded with time on life's board. Wins and losses fading. What lost is belief and inner balance. He sacrificed marriage for love, got labeled a homewrecker, and regret flooded him. He called, saying he regretted it. I blocked him without hesitation. I laughed. Am I a fool? People like him only cause trouble. Soon, netizens dug up Liu Ruyan and the Beast's overseas affairs. People don't want truth, just juicy gossip. The bigger the scandal, the better. Ridiculously, some traced it to me. Social media blew up. Bro, cut your losses. Knew he was shady. Boda is the real fool. I sneered at the comments, ignoring the nonsense. But I watched the original video, even boosted it. Public opinion is powerful. This move ruined the Beast too. Criticism and mockery rained down. My company ridden the wave and became the biggest winner. Seeing this, I felt contempt. The world is a joke. I didn't stop. I poached his profitable projects, leaving him no room to breathe. 3 months later, he declared bankruptcy. That day, Liu Ruyan came to him. They had a huge fight. She fought for 3 million in child support, but gave up on him. However, just when it seemed over, the Beast did something crazier. Instead of settling down, he couldn't resist starting new ventures. He signed risky projects. Liu Ruyan tried to stop him, but he yelled, You're dragging me down. Jinx! That enraged her. They fought from office to street, in front of a crowd, beheading without mercy. I heard this and shook my head. She chose her path. So why blame others? A year later, I saw Li Ruyan at a nightclub. She was scantily clad, weaving through the crowd, fawning over customers to sell beer. Boss, please. I was stunned to see this once proud woman so low. She spotted me. She pushed through the crowd and forced a smile. Big boss, buy some drinks. I coldly looked her over and tossed some bills. Why are you here? Where's the beast? She winced, pain in her voice. We're divorced. He took the kid. Worse, I pay him $3,000 a month in child support. I sneered, shoved the last bottle back. All paid. Sorry, I am no sucker. Her face fell. I shook my head and walked away. I told myself, forgive once, but twice is a joke. I never saw her again. Heard she latched onto a rich old man, but his kids chased her off. Then her poor kid got autism, was sent to the countryside, and drowned by accident. To others, a tragedy. To me, just noise. Now, my company thrives. I am busy with deals and negotiations. No time for their mess. They chose their path. This is their end. All costs are their own wounds.